So the Surge have killed it off, and early season penalty killing success continues for Mississippi. Now, a puck in the Huntsville zone with just over 19 minutes to go. We're 1 minute into the third period. Brown sends it over for DeTulio. DeTulio works it ahead for Ortiz. Rink wide to McDonald. A shot right on. Eno gloves it and holds on with Salvis closing in on him. Dressed up as an LSU fan. Here is Grant across the line. Now back for Claren. A shot. He scores! Nick Claren waited for Sabal to go down. He made the move, and then Claren wristed it over the glove hand, taking the feed from Grant, and it's 2-0 for the Surge. So Nicky Claren gets his first goal of the season on a beautiful centering feed from Grant. Time of the goal is 1:17, and it's 2-0 for Mississippi. And the Coast Coliseum comes to its feet. The line is the Surge zone, and one of the Surge players had been knocked down. I'm not sure who it was who had been knocked down, but Glenn Coccaro took exception to it as he was upset with the treatment that Flynn gave, and they tie up in the corner, and Coccaro and Flynn go at it. They drop their gloves right away, as Coccaro took exception to the way Flynn had knocked Stewart down in the corner, I believe it was. And it'll be interesting to see if it's 5 minutes each. I believe that's all it's going to be. And I'm sure Randy Murphy wants to argue that Coccaro should draw an instigator penalty, as he came rushing into the aid of Adam Stewart. But the indication appears to be 5 minutes each. So Coccaro and Flynn, 5 minutes each for fighting at 1:41. Mentioning the fan down in front of us dressed as the LSU fan. Hopefully he'll make it here a week from tomorrow night when LSU has a game that some people think is important against Alabama. We'll be able to give the score here at that game, though. You won't be able to get the Surge game at the LSU-Alabama game. So come on out to the Coast Coliseum. Follow all your sports action. We've told you the Cardinals lead the World Series 5-2 now, as the puck is dumped into the Huntsville zone. 2-0, Mississippi on top. Claren from Grant and Campbell here early in the third period have given the Surge a 2-goal lead. Now here's Chambers poking one down into the Huntsville zone. Chambers giving a little shot to Kanata on the back of the skates, and now they drop their gloves and tie up in front of Mark Sebald in the Huntsville zone. Chambers tries to get that right hand free. He and Sam Kanata, a couple of heavyweights. Now Kanata gets the right hand free, and Chambers comes back with a solid right. Now he's got Kanata in a headlock. Now they tumble to the ice. Chambers gets back up. Boy, they each landed a couple of good scoring blows, and Chambers points to the crowd as he makes his way to the penalty box, escorted along with Sam Kanata. So Coccaro and Flynn at 1:41, and now Chambers and Kanata at 2:23. And that'll be 5 minutes each for fighting. So neither team on a power play. So 5 minutes each for fighting. And Chambers was headed to the locker room. I don't know if it was an equipment check. He may have gotten cut. I didn't notice if equipment or if trainer Tom Ranney went to the locker room as well. Maybe just a cut that they've got to get bandaged up because Tom Ranney is not on the bench. And now we've got another fight breaking out as Benoit Gagnon of Huntsville goes at it with Sears, and Sears is speed bagging Bouton Gagnon. He's got his jersey up over his head, and Sears may have worn himself out. He was punching so hard, so fast. Oh, Billy Sears went after Gabriel Bouton Gagnon. The first two battles may have been pretty even, but no question on that one. And that fight breaks out here at the 2:30 mark, so just 7 seconds after Chambers and Kanata. So we've had Kakaru and Flynn, Chambers and Kanata, and now Sears and Bouton Gagnon on our third scrap of the period here. Just 2.5 minutes in. 3 fights in a 3 fights in a span of 49 seconds.
Friday Night Fights at ESPN for our fourth bout.
They'll be checking out the cage action at the IP and the Beau Rivage after this. Off the draw, puck cleared past Jinks down into the surge zone. Gets it over to Nicholas Kukali. Kukali headmans it neatly for Krug. Now to Skelly. Skelly clears it in on goal. Sabal knocks it down. Versteeg Litwin couldn't catch up to it. Dumped back to the surge line. Jinks got it to center. Knocked down by McDonald. He tried to get it to Steffen, but that play was offside, so McDonald had to hold up. Now he goes in on the forecheck, but by then Jinks had gotten it ahead to Krug. He's checked, though. Puck still in the surge zone. Omar Pasha now for Steffen. Back to Pasha. Shot right on, and Eno the save. The surge a little bit sloppy there and getting it out of its own zone. And Eno able to come up with a big save. Surge were unable to take advantage of the delayed offside. Just past the midway point of this third period from the face-off, a blast by Arve from the left point right on. And Eno the save. Big slap shot there by Sean Arve. DeTulio, Richardson, and Kreitzer up front against Grant Campbell. And Redden for the surge. Here now for Mississippi. Isaacs slides it along the left wing boards out through center ice. Puck dumped back into the surge zone. Gets it to Ridley, who clears to center. Back comes Huntsville. Richardson carries along the boards. Now for Kreitzer. Kreitzer bumped off of it, but able to get it ahead toward Chambers. Chambers in front for Redden. Shoots, he scores! Colin Redden takes the centering feed. Chambers, it's 3-0 for Mississippi. Well, Colin Redden signed a 3-game tryout with the Surge today. That's one way to get it. Chambers and Clark on the goal, on the assist, on the goal by Redden at 11:40. And now the Surge have a 3-goal lead.